So, United States women's national team wins the inaugural Gold Cup W, winning the final 1-0 over Brazil's women's national team. Interesting game from the standpoint of you are starting to kind of see what Emma Hayes could do with this U.S. team. From a standpoint, look at the speed. They can transition off of anything. They have the speed that if you're even, they're leaving. And that creates a very interesting defense quandary for teams. Do you try to play a high line, or do you just decide, you know what, mid block, if we're not playing with them, mid to low block, we're not going to get beat on that, and we're just going to defend, and then we try to transition. But then do you have the horses to beat them that way? I think it's the 1-0 game. It's not as if Brazil played terrible or the U.S. was amazing. It was just that the U.S. buried their one chance. Horan in the 46th minute. And then Brazil's chances were all just, if you lured them by 4 feet, they'd be amazing. I think that's the unfortunate thing. So if you're Brazil, I mean, you lose to the States in the game where you miss and you bungle a bunch of opportunities. So you don't have to hang your head there. If you're the U.S., you've won in multiple ways. You lost to Mexico, but then beat a feisty Colombia team. You swam past Canada. I think that's my only regret in this tournament. I would have loved to see that game, that Canada-U.S. game, on a normal pitch. On a pitch that wasn't waterlogged, but besides that. And then Brazil, they pushed them, but then they were able to bury their chances and win more of that gritty type game. So it was great to see from the standpoint. So I'm pretty happy to see that. Happy that they were able to do what they were able to do. And you start to see again the potential. I do wonder what they do at the 9 now. Because Morgan did enough for you to have the conversation, even though I'm more of a Sophie Smith stan. So I think Sophie Smith might be the better spot for that. A couple team awards going through. Fair play went to the U.S. Cool. Best young player went to Olivia Smith of Canada. I think they gave it to her because Jadeyn Shaw should have been the best young player, but then ultimately was the best player. And then Golden Boot, Adriana Leon with 5 goals. So North America dominating the awards. I'm wondering, we'll wait to see what the team of the tournament is. I'll be very curious to see which players are included, which ones aren't. But the U.S. wins. Guys, let me know what you thought about this whole tournament. I mean, there were things that worked well. We're going to have a conversation a little bit later in terms of what does this mean for the teams, right? Is Mexico now firmly a number 3 team for Concacaf? Is the gap between the U.S. and Canada closed? Right? Are teams like Puerto Rico and El Salvador in 2 years, can they make a push for, say, some Concacaf respect? We'll see. But we will leave that here and we'll wrap it up right here.